Hey, it's me, Jayden. My setup is a little janky. I can't stand. I don't have enough space in my room. I'm in my basement. This is my room. Yeah. Uh, I'm also. I don't have real note cards. I had to cut my own. I don't. I couldn't go to the store. So, hope this doesn't matter. They're less than 2 by 5, and still only have 4. So, yeah. Sorry. Read the description. That's where I put the outline this time. Also, I don't know if you saw that last time. I didn't want to say that whole intro telling you about my situation every time, so I cut it at the beginning of my speech. I hope you don't mind. I didn't cut any of the rest of my speech. That was in one take. I really didn't want to say it every time. I had enough to remember. I didn't even really use my note cards all that much. I just practiced it a bunch. I don't know about you, but as far as I'm concerned, the sun is pretty important to my long-term survival. It's big, it's beautiful, and it's responsible for 99% of all life on Earth. This has led to many schemes in order to preserve its golden rays, such as in the special episode of Phineas and Ferb in Season 2, Episode 31, where they try to stay with the sun for a whole day, 24 hours. There are, of course, more insidious plots, such as daylight savings time. Now, daylight savings time is a massive waste of time. Now, I know quarantine may have affected my perception of time a little, but daylight savings time should be removed and replaced with either standard time or daylight time. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Jayden, what do you mean? You just said you wanted to get rid of daylight savings time. What gives? Well, the thing is, that's the first issue with daylight savings time. Nomenclature. Now, daylight time is different than daylight savings time. Daylight time is just the option to set your clocks forward 1 hour from standard time. I have no issue with that. The problem comes in switching back and forth, one after another. Now, with that little bit of housekeeping out of the way, let's go on to this. Let's start with the big points. Let's start with the big major points. We're starting off with a bang. It takes a sleep away from me. I mean us. It takes sleep away from us. Now, in the spring, there's a process called spring forward, which is where we all set our clocks forward. This means that you lose a whole hour of sleep. Now, one might say, Jayden, you buffoon. In the fall, there's something called fall backwards. In that, you just get your hour of sleep back. It's all right. Now, let me ask you this. If somebody killed you, brought you back to life, would you be very happy about it? Grateful? You'd be grateful to them? You'd thank them? You'd thank them for that process every year? I don't think so. Digging a little deeper than just health, or just sleep, is health. Kashin Rahim from The Bustle posted an article stating that your circadian rhythm could be unbalanced by daylight savings switching back and forth. Daylight savings, right? Time. This can cause a loss of sleep. You become more susceptible to illness, and as I can attest, a lowered quality of life. And all for what? Conservation of energy? Well, that might not be the case. Researchers in Indiana found that whenever daylight savings switches, either back and forth, either in spring or fall, there is actually an increase in usage of energy. This is due to heating and cooling, both being turned on earlier and later, respectively, to them. Now, this was the actual original reason behind daylight savings. See, the idea has been around for about 100 years. Since 1907, William Wellnett first popularized the idea in England. It fell out of favor really fast until World War I, actually. Just going to skip past all that history stuff. You just need to know that America didn't fully adopt it until World War II. And even then, it was really an off-again, on-again situation until about, 1966, whenever it was made permanent by Lyndon B. Johnson. Just had to throw a little bit of history in there. Now, that's actually really important. Because why was it on again, off again? Why was it so divisive? I'll tell you why. Farmers. Around here, word of the law, farmers. They decide everything. And now somebody's telling me that the farmers weren't even into it? Thanks, Mom. Yeah, actually, Bachman reports on the official Almanac website that farmers have been against daylight savings time since the beginning. And it's easy to see why, considering schedules are uprooted in the fall and they have to be reinstated back in the spring. Now, with all our modern equipment, it seems like it could be quite simple just to, do whatever you want whenever you want. And that's exactly what they've done in Arizona and Hawaii, who both no longer follow standard time. But that's not all. The EU voted to completely remove daylight savings time by 2021, allowing each member state to decide whether or not they want standard time or daylight time. And they're not alone. Both Russia and Argentina have agreed to get rid of daylight saving time entirely at this point. Now, if you're totally convinced by my argument, my totally sound argument, and are wondering, Jayden, what can I do to get out there and to start making a change? Well, the answer, like many, is to vote. I know you said no politics, but the long and the short of it is you gotta vote. Vote for more sleep. Vote for your bettered health. Vote for farmers. For energy conservation. Vote for sleep, please. I'm so very tired.